that being said, I am ready to hand it over to Robyn here. So I'm going to bow out. I'll see you guys for the Q&A once they wrap the meat of everything up. And yeah, looking forward to hearing it. So Robyn, why don't you go ahead and take over?
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much for being here with us today. So we're going to talk about today the core elements of an effective modern HR stack. So let's start with, what is an HR tech stack? So an HR tech stack is a collection of integrated digital tools and software that companies use to automate, streamline, and enhance human resources functions across the entire employee lifecycle, from recruitment and onboarding to payroll, performance management, and employee engagement. A well-built HR tech stack helps HR professionals focus on strategic initiatives by digitizing manual tasks, improving efficiency, providing data-driven insights, and creating a positive employee experience. So a robust HR tech stack includes functionality such as recruiting, onboarding, time tracking, payroll, benefits administration, learning management systems, and analytics. These features must facilitate seamless HR workflows and support organizational needs. Scissortail HCM is a system that can handle all aspects, gosh, tough word today, of the employee experience. We like to say that's a hire to retire system. With our talent management module, it gives you the option to create templates of job requisitions, post to various job boards, communicate through Scissortail instead of utilizing your inbox, your email. Scissortail also has a texting function in the recruiting module as well. You can include what we call knockout questions, such as if a role requires a special or particular certification. So if a candidate answers no to that question, they won't be an eligible candidate, so it won't be in the mix of your resumes of other qualified candidates. You can then send out through Scissortail a decline letter to any candidates that you've chosen not to move forward with. So it all holds it in one system. Payroll and benefits work together to ensure the correct earnings and deductions are processed accurately. Scissortail has an option to automate benefits management through the Everything Benefits feeds. TLM features that are based on your needs can allow users to punch in on their cell phones or with or without geofencing. So if you need someone to be able to only punch in a particular area, we can narrow that down quite a bit so they can punch in and out on their mobile phone. So time can be allocated also based on projects within TLM to give your management team more data and reporting on labor. So next is analytics and reporting. Brandi, what do you have on that?
Well, analytics can provide that valuable insight that helps drive the HR decisions. It can help identify trends, predict outcomes, and make sure you're aligning with your strategic business goals. Good analytics depends on having a flexible reporting system that allows you to customize your reports, schedule them or automate the delivery of them, and making sure you have access to your key metrics. You should also look for dashboards that are customizable to offer comprehensive overviews and links to live reports. An example of a module that uses kind of both reporting and analytics is the compensation management module. It allows you to streamline your increases by enabling compensation budgeting and modeling and sending out through approval routing. It has the reporting of what the employee's current compensation is and allows you to analyze the employee's performance reviews and make suggestions on compensation changes using a compensation table. Another benefit of this is eliminating those spreadsheets we also have been sending around for years. You email them around to do all the compensation changes. And that reduces the risks of sensitive information leaks by keeping it all in the system and not emailing that around. So we also want to look for ways to integrate our various HR tools so we can ensure a smooth data flow and reduce manual processes. Isn't that all of our goals, right? Integrations that allow continuous and efficient data exchanges, reduce our errors, and keep from having delays in our HR processes. We want to automate these tasks through integrations as much as possible to free up valuable HR teams' time and increase productivity. We want to achieve seamless integrations to help streamline and minimize disruptions and enhance the user experience across the HR operations, making it easier for employees to navigate and utilize the systems effectively. So let's look at some examples using two different methods of integrations. First, let's look at application programming interfaces, or APIs. APIs act as bridges that allow different software programs to communicate and share data seamlessly. While having APIs means a system can potentially connect, if there's available pre-built integrations, they can save you both time and effort having those ready-built connections. But if you don't have pre-built options available, custom integrations can be developed, but keep in mind they require specialized technical skills and ongoing maintenance as software updates occur in both systems. So it's something to keep in mind when you're evaluating software. How does it link to your existing systems? Sorry. Apologize. Okay, for example, you want to ensure your payroll software can send a general ledger entry directly to your accounting system. Using a strategic approach to integrations can help streamline your workflows and maintain data accuracy across platforms. So here we have an example of an API integration called Twix that we've written between Scissortail's Payroll and Acumatica's General Ledger. Here there's a scheduled API that will run and allow the data to flow seamlessly between the two systems. That ensures your payroll information is accurately reflected in the general ledger in a timely manner. This integration reduces your manual data entry, minimizes errors, and improves your financial reporting efficiency. So what do we do if we don't have APIs available? Our second method is just to look for system integrations where possible. So first, always, just like on the last one, check to see if there's pre-built integrations with the software you already use, because it can save time and effort if you can use a pre-built one. If there are no pre-built options or APIs available, consider other ways you could use existing tools to automate. For example, with Sage 100, it lacks APIs, but we can utilize their Visual Integrator module, or VI, to export employee data nightly, then have middleware import it straight into Scissortail overnight, and that integration is achieved. It's a creative way to solve the problem by leveraging available tools to have data flow between the systems seamlessly without having people having to touch it and without an API. So just an example. And here's the example of that, transferring, go back one, Robyn. Transferring key payroll functions from Sage 100. Go back one more, there you go. Here's an example of transferring the key payroll functions from Sage 100 Payroll to the Scissortail TLM or HR system. Employee management and entry happens in Sage 100, and then overnight, any employee adds, changes, or deletes, I should say terminations, are updated in Scissortail employees. Additionally, if you have any Sage 100 projects or tasks that have been added, changed, or deleted, you can have those automatically transferred to Scissortail's cost centers. This allows for use in time collection. So if I have, and down at the bottom, I have the time to payroll automation, which is done on demand once time is approved and ready. This eliminates manually keying that time into Sage 100 Payroll. And so next, Our HR technology must continue to evolve alongside our organization. You go ahead next one more time. Scalability and adaptability allow that tech stack to handle growth, from things like mergers and acquisitions to the ever-evolving landscape of government changes and regulations and new HR trends without having to do extensive overhauls in the system. CS3 wants your system to grow with you. So using Scissortail can help you grow from being a small employee count and move up and grow and expand as your company does with the different modules that you need. So Robyn, what do you have for us next?
So next, we're going to talk about how Scissortail offers a unified platform designed to centralize HR data and process. So let's explore its capabilities in automation, compliance, and streamlining daily HR activities. So Scissortail HCM integrates multiple HR functions into one platform, provides a comprehensive solution that supports recruitment, onboarding, benefits management, payroll, learning management system, and so many more things with ease and efficiency. There's no need to go from one system to one system, no multiple logins, and thank goodness, no multiple passwords. Because of the unified platform, it creates ease and efficiency for your HR department. So by centralizing the HR data and its processes, Scissortail helps reduce redundancies. It improves data accuracy and provides real-time insights. This enables better decision-making and operational efficiency. So instead of moving from one recruiting system to another system to a payroll, it allows for no duplications or errors. It brings everything into one place. So you have one login and one password. So Scissortail feature is another Scissortail feature is the option for multiple security profiles. So this allows for you to give as much or as little security to all users. You can also have varying levels of security within a department or an org chart within your company. So the choice is really up to you on what you want to make available to your employees. Scissortail supports the automation of routine tasks such as new hire onboarding, pay increases, transfers from one department to another, and ensures compliance with labor laws and regulations. Anything that you would traditionally maybe have like a paper or email process for, this can be done all within the system itself. So this reduces the administrative burden and mitigates risk across HR operations. So automation such as new hire checklists eliminates the need for paper forms that can be lost with confidential information on it. That puts you at risk. So any checklist can be as simple or as robust as you want to maintain. So for example, if you have particular policies such as expense reimbursements or the use of company vehicles that will need to be signed off by a salesperson acknowledging the policies, those policies would not be included in a checklist for a new hire that might be in a warehouse role or a role that doesn't require company vehicle use or reimbursements. So next up, successful HR tech adoption requires alignment with organizational priorities. So this section discusses connecting technology investments with HR goals, enhancing the employee experience, and leveraging analytics for a measurable impact. So a good question to ask when you're beginning to evaluate your system is what will help your organization be more efficient, not just now, but in the future as you grow. So aligning technology choices with HR priorities ensures that resources are focused on initiatives like talent acquisition, retention, and development, maximizing the value of tech investments. By using the notifications feature in Scissortail, you can effectively communicate with employees. Effective communication is the cornerstone of employee retention. The performance management module includes a goal setting option, When employees know their career direction and goals, it encourages them to be much more productive team members. Modern HR technology can improve employee satisfaction by simplifying processes, providing self-service options, and enabling personalized experiences that foster engagement. Dashboards can be customized to include links to benefit websites, request or view time off balances, notifications of upcoming events or newsletters, and many additional items. So Brandi, it's your turn.
Awesome. By leveraging that data, HR professionals can move beyond gut feelings to evidence-based decisions that are more accurate and impactful. It's also important to track key performance indicators, or KPIs, which provide insights into employees' performance and engagement levels. Additionally, it shows how data analytics can quantify the effectiveness of HR initiatives, linking them directly to organizational goals and success. For example, you could use something like succession planning module to have planning tools to help you identify and develop a pipeline of talent. It helps build your bench strength for key positions and gain real-time visibility into employee readiness for a promotion or their potential. It allows you to keep your top talent engaged. Hey, Robyn, back to you.
Thank you. So our final topic includes best practices for implementing modern HR technologies, lessons learned from case studies, and approaches to overcoming common challenges during system modernization. So examining real-world examples highlights effective strategies, common pitfalls, and innovative solutions that organizations have used to modernize their systems. We have many client success stories of implementing scissor-tail modules, either the full suite or modules at a time. Also asking the hard questions of what just doesn't work and what are the things that we really must have. And not just asking the room of those that are making the final decisions, but asking those that use the system or systems daily. A lot of great ideas can come from your daily users. Successful implementation requires clear planning, stakeholder involvement, training, and ongoing support to ensure smooth adoption and realization of benefits. Everybody tends to shy away from change, and especially something like this, you want to make sure you're getting all of the people in the room from the beginning, from the decision makers to the HR department to the folks that do the tasks daily. Having everyone involved from the start is incredibly helpful and makes the implementation so much smoother. Organizations often face resistance to change, data migration issues, and integration complexities. Proactive change management and technical planning are key to overcoming these hurdles. This goes right back to talking to your departments. Have an open dialogue, understanding the current pain points and how they will be fixed through a successful implementation. So Brandi is our project manager. What do you have to say on this part?
Well, thanks, Robyn. My key thing is implementations are tough. And a key slide I like to show in our kickoff meetings is the project reality show. We've got the blue line that represents expectations and confidence, which tends to be high, especially at the kickoff of the project. And then you've got the red line, which is the workload, which often lags behind the expectations because as workload increases and the project moves, as the project moves past kickoff, you typically see typical project cycles, sorry, I can't talk, that you go through, including the trough of disillusionment, where reality sets in and our workload is increased. And then from there, you see a steady rise in expectation and workload decreasing to finally meet a few months after go live. And understanding this pattern helps set realistic goals and manage stakeholder expectations throughout the project lifecycle. I usually ask in the kickoff if this slide matches what clients have previously experienced in implementations, and typically get pretty positive responses. because implementations are tough. So always keep in mind that challenges are inevitable during an implementation. However, setting realistic expectations can help ensure everyone remains aligned and on the same page. So to summarize, building an effective HR tech stack centered on Scissortail HCM enables streamlined operations, improved compliance, and strategic impact. By aligning technology with the organization's goals and following best practices, HR functions can drive meaningful business outcomes. That's it for us, Derek. Back to you.
All right. Well, thank you both for taking us through that. I do see a few questions in the Q&A here, which is awesome. So we're going to go through these 3 questions. I have a few more housekeeping things that we like to remind everybody of on the back end, and then we'll give you guys some time back in your day. So first question here, what are some of the key features to look for in a modern HR tech stack?
I will take that one. So when you're looking for a modern HR tech stack, which is our keywords today, there are some things you want to keep in mind. You want to look at tools that are going to make it easier to hire, to train, and keep the great employees. So everything from recruiting and onboarding to performance reviews and career growth. Payroll, which is near and dear to my heart, and benefits are another big piece. So it's so important that the system makes sense. It makes sense paying your employees, managing benefits, staying compliant, definitely with the labor rules, and making sure it's just straightforward. It doesn't need to be complicated. Time tracking can also make a huge difference by automating attendance and work hours, scheduling, especially if it connects directly into your payroll and your project tools. Good reporting and analytics are so valuable. That can make or break. Since they help you spot trends, they make better decisions about your people and your processes. And then finally, make sure your system plays well with others. Everybody needs to be nice and kind. Make sure your software goes through built-in connections or flexible integrations. Again, we all just want to play nice together.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty good summary, really, of everything we talked about so far today. So thank you for that, Robyn. We do have another question here. How can we ensure scalability and adaptability of our HR systems as our organization grows?
I'll take that one, Robyn. Since you took the last one, I'll take one. You want to make sure your HR systems can scale and adapt as your organization grows. And it helps to focus on a few key areas. First, your technology should grow right alongside your company and be able to handle more employees, more data, and new processes without slowing down or needing a complete overhaul. It's important that the system adjusts quickly to changing regulations so you stay compliant as you expand into new regions or industries. But beyond that, look for solutions that keep up with new trends and tools in HR to take advantage of better ways to work as they emerge. The goal is to have a system that not only meets your needs today, but can evolve smoothly with your business over time.
Awesome. You know, I might just pull the Q&A and send that out as the recording, because I think those two I think those 2 questions really summed it all up pretty well. So
yeah.
We do have one more question here. Let me get here. So does CS3 offer any resources to help with planning and choosing the right solution for a project like this? And you know what? I am actually going to take this one because we do. So if you visit the resources tab of our website, and actually, you know what? Why don't I just show you guys how to get to this instead of talking about it. So if you go to the CS3 website, on our homepage here, you can click on this little, we call it a hamburger button, but you can click this little nav button here and go down to resources. And then if you go all resources, that's going to take you to the resource library. And I'd be be a bad marketing manager, I guess, if I didn't take just a second to plug the resource library. We have 630 articles here. We've built this really slick nav on the left-hand side so you guys can kind of filter through everything we've got and find things a little more relative to what you're looking for. But this is our repository of knowledge. I mention YouTube a lot as far as like videos and stuff, but all of that stuff lives here as well. So if you come over here on this left-hand side and you click this workbooks button on that left-hand nav, actually the first two things are going to pop up are going to be the two things that I wanted to call out here. So we have the HCM buyer's guide and the HR and payroll solution checklist. So these are two resources that we have kind of built to just give you the confidence to feel like you're making the right decision. So the buyer's guide is going to take you through things like features and what to look for. And then the checklist is actually a checklist. So you can kind of compare once you've parsed it down to the solutions that you favor, the checklist can kind of help you to, work through which of them will be the best option. So I think if you're looking at trying to rebuild your HR system, if what you have in place now is just like going to give you a stroke, then I think these are good places to start. I think they're natural jumping off points. And like I said, they'll give you what you need in order to feel confident in your selection process. So that's what I would recommend as far as resources. But like I said, we've got 630 articles there. So feel free to peruse through those and, try to find something that will help you on your journey. But that being said, it does not look like we have any more questions in the Q&A at the moment. If anybody asks anything, I'll have my eye on it. So we can work through them. So give me 1 minute here. I have a couple more slides I wanted to work through, and then we'll send you guys on your way to building a streamlined modern HR tech stack. So we have one more conference this year that we're going to be attending. That's HR Southwest in Fort Worth. Robyn lives near Fort Worth, so she might even be at this one.
I've been voluntold I'll be there.
Yeah, she was voluntold. I can't confirm that. I did play a part in it, so felt like I could be a little cheeky there. But yeah, we'll be at HR Southwest. We are at Kansas SHRM right now as we speak. Like I said, Gary and Dario are there handing out money, talking about Scissortail, all that fun stuff. So if you want your chance to win some money from CS3, Fort Worth is going to be your last chance this year. Make sure you guys find us if you will be there. For our Serve Access Plan members, the recording of this session is going to be available early next week. If you're interested in a Serve Access Plan, you can reach out to Ira. His information is right there at the bottom of your screen. Otherwise, you can expect the recording on the website and the YouTube channel in the resource library, like we just talked about, probably middle to late next week. It takes me a little bit of time to get it all edited and prettied up for public release. So be on the lookout for that there. And then we have our upcoming sessions. So September, we obviously went through the Streamlined Modern HR System that works. In October, we've got our Excel Masterclass 2025. So this is a big one. It's always our most attended session. We're going to be taking you guys through tips and tricks and helpful tutorials in just getting better at Excel. So I don't think there's anyone on planet Earth that is truly an Excel master, because there's just so much banana stuff you can do with Excel. But we're going to try to help you guys get a little closer to being an Excel master. And that'll be next month. We'll start sending out invites to that next week. So be on the lookout for that one. And then November, December, every year we do our year-end mastery. So we're going to start in November with HCM. We're going to take you guys through everything you need to know in order to close out your year in Scissortail and feel confident in doing so. And then December, we will take the same approach and look at Acumatica. So we'll help help you guys make sure your ERP is all squared for the end of the year. So be on the lookout for invites to those. Like I said, the Excel Masterclass, we're going to start sending those out middle of next week, late next week. So you guys will be able to get that on your calendars and be in attendance for there or for that, excuse me. So that's all we got for you guys today. Thanks again for joining us. Thank you to Brandi and Robyn for taking us through what a modern streamlined HR system looks like. And if you guys have any questions, need any further assistance, want anything that you saw in the resource library today, make sure you reach out. You can email me, you can email your consultant, you can reach out on the support line, but just make sure those questions get to us somehow and we will get you guys taken care of. So I'm going to give you back a little less than half an hour to your lunch, but we will see you guys in October for Excel.